disrespect.
Podcasters that have had the president on now, they don't do their court gesture. They don't do it. They just they suck up to him.
Yeah.
So the comedians that are podcasters that have had Trump on, they're not doing their job.
Yeah.
You know what? I agree. If you watched any of those interviews, everybody was so nice to Trump. Oh my God, you're this, you're that. Oh my God, how could you buy me? Like everybody was making jokes in the friendliest, safest way possible so they can get the best look out of Trump. Right? That's what they were doing. That's why if you saw any of those interviews, they were not really interviews. They were like, oh, here's publicity for Trump on some of the biggest platforms on YouTube. And that was pure trash because they didn't do any kind of serious questioning because they knew that if they did, Trump would probably turn on them or they wouldn't have been able to release the interview or Trump would have walked out or anything or any of that. Or maybe they weren't clear to ask those questions. But either case, you don't have somebody, a political figure, on your podcast and you're like, oh my God, we're buddies. We're buddies. No, people need the actual truth. This is politics. This is like the people who make policies for the country you live in, and you get them on there and be like, oh my God, you're just deriding that dude the whole time, just laughing at every stupid thing that he says, and you didn't ask one meaningful question that Zach nailed it. Comedians are supposed to be the people that poke at things that the regular people don't, right? That's why we watch comedians, because they examine topics and talk about things in a way that regular people don't necessarily do all the time. Like, we just don't, but that's why you watch a comedian, because like, ooh, he said that, ooh, he asked that, like, oh my God, yeah. Like, you're supposed to be that for us. Like, what are you doing? You don't just be like, oh my God, Trump is the best, look at him, oh my goodness, oh, Trump is so funny, he's like almost a comedian, like he's like us. That was spot on, Zach. That was spot on.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's not the job of a comedian. You are to challenge.
Yeah.
You are to make uncomfortable. You're not to sit there and fake laugh.
Yep.
That is
perfect. Yes, you are supposed to challenge. Like Dave Chappelle, when he caught so much flack for, talking about transgender people and stuff like that. I personally I think the media blew that all just like in the wrong direction, because to me, Dave he's not a hater. He is not a hater. He was just talking about certain issues, certain people, whatever, it's just like, but it wasn't a hateful type jokes. And in order to bring something to light, you bring it up, you bring up every side of it, and you try to make it funny, so to make people think. That's the whole concept. It's like yeah, we're supposed to be there to laugh, but also like you can make it to where the best comedians make people laugh and think at the same time. The Chappelles, the Burrs, the Rocks, all of them. That's one thing that they bring up, real issues that you're like, ooh, I didn't see it that way, and they make you laugh at the same time.
The job of the court jester.
Yeah.
Period. So there is a difference. Somebody yesterday was talking to me about that, about, political influence through comedy and all that stuff. I'm more interested in the comedy first.
Me too. Yeah.
No, I'm whatever their motive is, fine. But the comedy has to come first. I remember when.
And that's the thing. However they approached it from like, ooh, let's not hurt his feelings when they had him on. It wasn't about the comedy. If you watch Between Two Ferns with him grilling people, asking the most insane questions that you would ask anybody, it was, oh my goodness, it is that is putting comedy first, right? Like, you can ask real things in a funny way, or make fun of him in a funny way, things that he has done, and bring things to light. But no, we were just gonna kiss his ass the whole time.
I interviewed Hillary Clinton, and I could tell she didn't want to be there, and I totally get that. I get it. But before we had set that whole thing up, they wrote back, well, you can't bring up those emails. And I go, well, we don't have to do the interview. That's fine. We won't do it.
This is why this makes so much sense. He puts comedy first, right? This is what he means by putting comedy first. Hey, I want to do this with you, but the way I want to do it is this way. Yeah, it's going to be uncomfortable questions, and they were funny, don't get me wrong, but they were also uncomfortable. They're like, well, we're not going to do it. And you're like, okay, well, then let's not do it, because what's the point? If I'm going to just sit there and ask you questions that you want me to ask, that everything that's just been like greenlit, that I don't did this is not what I do. This is not what I am about. If you're coming to my show, then it has to be a little bit of both sides. I understand that we can't talk about everything, but if I can't talk about certain things that I want to talk about, then what's the point of being here, right? Every single one of the podcasters took the opposite direction. They kept it safe. They kept it very vanilla. They kept it very positive for him, like no bad looks, no anything, like absolutely no offensive humor. And you lose your comedy card for that, dude. You lose your comedy card. People come to you because of your comedy, right? And if you don't do what you do with all your guests, then it's fake. You just literally gave that dude a huge platform for no reason, and you fumbled it. And you fumbled it big time.
When you tell powerful people no, it's crazy. They were like, okay, we'll do it. Well, you can ask. Yeah. Because it's not that important to me to do it the way they want to do it.
That is very important. They didn't care enough to do the interview right, because they would have been like, no, these are the questions that we're going to bring up. This is some of the topics that we're going to do. And if you don't want to do it, then so be it, right? But right now, everybody's like, just want to be famous. They just want the clout. They just want to be out there for the clicks and views and everything. And the art of it comes second. So when that happens, you lose the art and you just become one of their little puppets that, like everybody else. You lose the art of what you do, and you kill your comedy. Like, let's say you're a comedian, you kill your comedy, you sell yourself out. If every single one of those podcasts that had Trump on sold themselves out by not being and doing what they usually do, they did a disservice to everybody in this country, dude. They got played so hard. Because they sold themselves out for a couple clicks. That's literally what happened. Congrats, guys. Congrats.
You have to, if you're going to come on a comedy, you got to wait. We want to do it.
Exactly. If you come to my show, you're coming to my show. It's my show. You want the publicity? You want access to my people? Okay, we're about to do it my way. Otherwise, we don't have to. I have a big audience. I have a big podcast. If you come on my podcast, you better be ready. Otherwise, what's the point? Otherwise, you're not getting access. It is what it is. Anyway, what do you guys think? Does Zach have a point here? Does he not? Do you guys think they did the right thing? Do you think they sold out the podcast bros? What do you think? Let's talk about it. Put something in the comments. Let's have a conversation. And if you guys like this video, give it a like, subscribe. It helps the channel grow so I can continue to do more of this content so we can have an actual conversation going. Anyway, guys, till the next time. Bye.